Hi, and welcome to this short video. We're going to have a quick look at some of the things that might help you on your journey to a successful coach award assessment. The video is about 10 minutes long, so get comfortable. There are a few website links shared with you during this video. You can pause the video and check out the links yourself, so it might be handy for you to do that now and get a browser open and ready. Before you think too much about your coach award assessment, it is important that you've completed the required training, and we're going to run through a quick recap of these components first. So this includes the core coach training. You might have done this as a 2-day face-to-face course or as an online course. The course has been running since 2018. It only needs doing once, so if you have done it before, you don't need to repeat it. If you've completed a British Canoeing Coach training or assessment course before that, and in the last 10 to 15 years or so, it's quite likely that your previous training or assessment can count instead. You can find out for sure in Appendix 1 of the Coach Award course guide. If you're not sure, why not pause the video now and have a look? You can find the course guide along with other useful documentation on the British Canoeing Awarding Body website. The other formal training course is the discipline-specific training. This time, very specific to the discipline you are coaching. For example, sheltered water coach training, slalom coach training, or whitewater coach training. These courses don't expire, so it doesn't matter when you did them. Again, these courses were launched in 2018, and if you've already done something similar before, this can count instead. This includes what was called moderate or advanced water training, or prior to that, BCU Level 3 coach. It does need to be in the same discipline and environment. And again, you can find out for sure by looking at Appendix 1 in the Coach Award course guide, available from the link here. Although both the core and discipline-specific courses don't expire, and you only need to do them once, they are open for you to repeat. These courses are great CPD opportunities and can help you continue to develop your coaching practice. Depending on your discipline choice, you may need to complete a British Canoeing Leadership Award prior to undertaking the discipline-specific training course. In short, this applies to the disciplines where there is a Coach Leadership Award, for example, the Sea Kayak, Whitewater Kayak, or SUP. It's not required by the competitive disciplines or the sheltered water coach. Running underneath these two blocks is the e-learning, supplementary learning and experience. You can access the e-learning when you register for your coach award, and we'll cover registration in a minute. This additional resource is great to help you develop your thinking about coaching and how you go about it. If you've lost your login details, do get in touch with us. You may also wish to revisit this resource in your lead into assessment to help refresh yourself with some of the content. Supplementary learning refers to anything additional you feel that you need to do to develop your coaching. This is recognition of the learning you will do outside of the formal British Canoeing training, so additional courses or informal learning opportunities. The British Canoeing Digital Self-Analysis Tool is a really useful tool to help you target some relevant supplementary learning. This self-analysis tool is a great way to help you tune into areas that may be relevant to you. You select your discipline to get started, and after you've answered a series of self-analysis questions, it generates a report. This identifies areas where you might want to explore further for different elements relating to the Coach Award, and then provides suggested resources that may be of interest for you. On this sample report, if we hone in into the technical and tactical development here, this provides us with links to useful resources that you might find useful. If I click the Watch Slalom Forwards Paddling videos, this takes me to the resource in the British Canoeing Digital Library. And from here, I can open the resource to explore the topic further. The digital library can be accessed directly, and you can use the search function to look for any resources relevant to support you with your coaching. If you haven't explored this amazing resource, I would encourage you to have a look. As well as the British Canoeing digital self-analysis tool and their digital library, we also encourage you to join in with our online activities. We have a wide range of opportunities through a regular calendar of events designed for paddlers and coaches. Check this out on our website, canoescotland.org, resources and guidance, online activities. Probably the most important part of the pathway to assessment is the experience you gain as a coach, paddle and look after others on the water. It should be no surprise that the best way to learn and develop as a coach is to coach. As you move towards assessment, it's important to note that your assessor will want to chat to you about this experience. If you have a logbook, check this is up to date so you can share it with them. If you don't have a logbook, why not start one now? British Canoeing have a template one here, along with some really other useful resources that you might find helpful. An alternative to logbook is to provide a summary of your experience to date in a way that you can pass on to your assessor. There are more details about the type of experience that is beneficial to coaches in the Coach Award Assessment Day Pack. This document provides details of the assessment prerequisites and what you need to do before assessment, along with details of each task and an overall summary of the outcomes you need to meet. So it's a really useful document to look at before your assessment. If you haven't seen this, I would encourage you to pause the video and download a copy now. So to summarise, this lists the formal prerequisites that we have just run through. And we'll have a look at registration now. So to register, go to www.canoescotland.org onto the Coaching and Leadership tab and look down to Coach and Leader registration. This will take you through the process and help you get started. If you haven't registered yet, why not pause the video and complete it now? Remember, this gives you access to the Coach Award e-learning, a great resource you can delve into to help you with your preparations. You will also need to make sure that your first aid, safeguarding and membership are all up to date. You can check these things by logging into your membership portal. Go to the SCA website and look for the login button in the top right-hand corner of the main menu. This gives you your record. Here's mine. You can see, look onto additional details. And on the Update and CPD tab, you can see your update status. If you're not sure if you're up to date, pause the video and have a quick look now. You'll see if you're missing or due to expire soon. Prior to assessment, you have an assessment discussion task to complete. In short, you need to present a coaching case study to your assessor, and this will form the basis for a discussion with them. It's great if you can base the case study on the paddlers you will coach on your assessment, as this helps the assessor tune into the work you've already done with them. The details of the task are in the Coach Award Assessment Day Pack that we referred to earlier, and you'll also find some examples on the Coach Award resources page linked above. That leads us nicely into the logistical arrangements for your assessment. The assessment is based around you coaching a group of paddlers for at least 90 minutes. You are assessed on your safety and rescue skills, and most coaches also have their personal paddling skills assessed. It is only some of the competitive discipline coaches who choose to work from the bank who don't. You will be coaching a group of 2 to 4 paddlers in the environment relevant to the qualification you are being assessed in. We encourage you to arrange your own students to coach. They can be people who you coach regularly or have coached before. This is ideal because it allows you to get to know each other before the assessment day. They should be suitable for coaching in the environment where you will be assessed and have some experience of paddling in this environment first. Your assessment can be organised as a one-to-one with you and the assessor, or as a bigger group. The easiest way to find an assessor is to use our Find a Course Provider search function. Go to canoescotland.org, Coaching and Leadership tab, and find a course provider. This takes you to a screen where you can search for an assessor. If you leave the town or postcode blank, this will bring up the contact details for all of the registered assessors, and you can get in touch to see if they're available. Once you've lined up an assessor and scheduled a date, it is really important to have good open communications. The assessor is there to support you, to help you, and will be able to provide great advice as you're in the final stage of your preparations. The final piece of the preparation jigsaw is to ensure that you've completed your assessment check-in. This is a free administrative process that checks you have all the formal prerequisites in place and needs to be completed and presented to your assessor. You can find out more on the same page as our registration details, canoescotland.org, for the Coaching and Leadership tab and Coaching and Leader registration. When you come round to the actual assessment, try and approach it as a fantastic opportunity to have someone experienced observe you coaching and help you to continue to develop and improve. It is your day. When we ask candidates what a positive assessment experience felt like, these are some of the quotes. Hopefully you get a sense that the candidate was very central to the process. You should also be able to see how actively involved the candidate is in the planning, decision-making, and the coaching activity. Pause the video to have a read through these quotes. Finally, as we think about the actual assessment day, be prepared, have your equipment well organised, focus on the coaching of the people in front of you, not on being assessed or trying to second-guess the assessor. The assessor's job is to facilitate a day where you are able to perform to the best of your abilities. They are on your side. Be tuned into the weather and conditions for the day. Have plenty of plans up your sleeve and be adaptable to changes on the day. Remember, if the conditions needed aren't present, the assessment may need to be cancelled or postponed. And you should be very much part of this decision-making process with your assessor. Try and relax and enjoy the day and welcome the feedback you receive with open arms. Be open with your assessor too. Coaching is tricky. The assessor doesn't expect you to pull out a perfect coaching session. There isn't really such a thing anyway. Be open with them about the most tricky bits of your day. Share your decision making, what you did and why, what you might have done differently. This will help the assessor understand your thinking and helps you demonstrate what needs to be seen. It is your day. Own it. As a last share, this podcast might be a useful one to help you with your approach to the assessment. I'm chatting with Doug MacDonald about how to get the best out of yourself on assessment day. It's episode 2 of the SCA Coaching Conversations Paddlecast. You can find it on the link here. We would like to wish you all the best with your coaching moving forward and hope that your assessment is an enjoyable experience and provides you with some useful feedback to support you with your ongoing development. Best wishes and thanks for listening.